Hey good bastards, I've just had a break from recording and I want to share with you this next song and the story about it. It's about our good friend Richard Ware, that has been one of my patrons from the very beginning. The days when I started taking young Smash out when he's only 13 years of age, Richard was sticking $10 a week in my account for fuel and contributing, as was Errol T and a bunch of other good bastards that have been from the very beginning. So it's only fitting that we make a song about one of our long-standing massive supporters and good mates too. But this is a little bit different than the song because we co-wrote it together, and there's a cool story about how that came about. This year I went down south and shot tahr, something that I've done before with Richard, and I wanted this time to get a meat animal, but I also wanted to get a fur animal because I wanted to take it out, and I chose a young buck that had a nice coat and good meat. Now Richard's not the most patient of all my friends. He's got a lot of good attributes, but patience isn't one of them. And if any of you have ever gone hunting with a YouTuber, and I know a few of you have actually, I know that Lem has, that's one of my patrons. He said the same thing to me when he went hunting with Joel Dickinson from Game Gear when he was hunting. He said, man, it takes so much time, you've got to stop and film everything and then you can do another take, and I just want to hunt. And I totally get that, because when you're hunting but you're also making a YouTube video, you're having to do your B-roll, you're having to set stuff up, and it does really make the flow of the hunt go a lot slower. It's hard work. So Richard, he's got no patience for me setting up a tripod. He just wants to do the job, and it's understandable. I mean, I'd be the same. Anybody would be. It's natural. So we split up. He said, I'm going to go pig hunting, gave me a radio, and there's a mountain, go and climb that and go and get you a tahr, or shoot a tahr. That's exactly what I did. So I took my time finding the right animal, and I got a good animal, and I probably shouldn't have said to him on the radio, I've got an animal down, because as soon as he heard I had an animal down, he expected me to be off the hill within an hour. Of course, I wanted to preserve the skin, so I wanted to take my time skinning it, but I not only wanted to preserve the skin, but I wanted to film the skinning of the animal, and then I had to field dress the animal, and I also wanted to film the field dressing of it and bag it all up. I came off the hill with the entire animal, except its head, the part that a lot of hunters will take. I left that behind because you can't eat that. So there was horns up on the hill still. Maybe, no I didn't, I left those behind, it was only a young one. But I took everything else, bar the ribs and the head. And Richard was like, where are you, on the radio? Well mate, I'm working. And he got impatient, and he was down the bottom. Now he did offer to come up and help me. And I didn't want him to help me because I wanted to experience the whole hunt myself, and that's Richard. He'll help anybody with stuff like that. He would have come right up and carried the whole down for me. I said, no bro, I'm good, you just do your own thing. So he did his own thing, and he wrote this song, and he gave it to me, and he said, man, if you can produce that and make a bit of money out of it, all the better for you. And because he knew that I was struggling to get stuff off the ground for my business. My business hasn't been going very good. My whole brand hasn't been very good since I got sick 3.5 years ago, because I haven't had the energy, and he's been always trying to help. So he thought by writing the song it would help, and he's right, it has, because the songs come out of it. Except Richard's not a songwriter. He's a good writer. He writes good books, and I love his work, but he's not a songwriter, so nothing phrased in time with a beat. So he was writing it as a story, which makes it even better because it's a great story. It's about when he was an eager young man hunting the Manitoto in his Land Cruiser that would use 9 miles to the gallon, going 90 mile an hour everywhere. And so he wrote that all down and gave it to me, and I lost it. I lost it amongst everything here. The place was getting cleaned up, and I lost it, and I couldn't find it. So I said to him, bro, I'm sorry, I've lost that bloody song, and I want to produce it. And he said, I haven't got another copy of it. And I was like, fuck, I was kicking myself. I was turning the place upside down. I still haven't found it. And luckily, Vivian, his wife, had kept a copy of it. Women are good at stuff like that, eh? And she kept a copy and put it away, and he sent it to me. So I rewrote it from what he had to make it fit, went in the studio, put some very, very simple song, just harmonica, guitar, bit of production in it, and that's the song. So I'll leave you with it. Enjoy it. I'll do a bit of a video montage with stuff to watch. Enjoy. This song is about my mate, Richard. There was a man of the mountain, with shoulders broad and grand, thighs like rolling boulders, strongest in the land. He was a man of the mountain. When he was young and eager, he roamed the many a Toto wide, with two tough dogs beside him and a knife close to his side. There was a man of the mountain, with shoulders broad and grand, eyes like rolling boulders, the strongest in the land. It didn't take him long to reach the place where wild boars roam. His Land Cruiser roared through valleys, that beast his second home. 90 miles an hour, flying 9 miles to the gallon gone. Every bump would shake his bones, but still he thundered on. There was a man up the mountain, with shoulders broad and grand, eyes like rolling boulders, the strongest in the land. No trekking gear or cell phone, just instinct, grit and pride. He'd follow tracks through mud and blood, with dogs close by his side. Through rain and fog and freezing bar, he'd shoulder every load. A hunter born of rugged hills, who walked the hardest road. He was a man of the mountain, shoulders broad and grand, thighs like rolling boulders, the strongest in the land. A bit rough round the edges, his face the razor nest, a grizzly Adams kind of man, by mountain winds was kissed. To keep his pace upon the hill would test the toughest soul, for he was made of granite, grit and hard and iron and cold. There was a man up a mountain, shoulders broad and grand, thighs like rolling boulders, strongest in the land. Happy boy, come on, John. Getting old. Oh, he gets to lift in the truck. Good on you, mate. Get the skateboard. You're right, eh? Get in, pace.
Good boy, worried about that, boss.
Yeah. Call that a day, mate. I'm rooted.
You call that a day, mate?
Good hunt too. Yeah, put it there.
I'm a bit tired too.
Are you?
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, good to hear. I thought I was the only one. I want to thank Richard for taking me out, and also thank you guys for supporting me and what I do. Good luck with your own hunting. Be good, you can't be good, be careful. We'll see you next one. See you later.